Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so the cats are both awake. I'm hoping that... Hello, Ophelia. I'm hoping that they will come in soon. Hi, Pat. How are you? Hello, Kathleen. Hi, Abby. Hi, Diana. Hi, Jennifer. Hello. Hello, Catherine. Exciting. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Sarah. Hello. Crazy carry all day crochet. Hi, everyone. Right, let me get my crochet. Guess what I'm working on? Woohoo! Well, I'm working on something very, very interesting and exciting, but more about that later on. Hi! So this is my bed project, which has turned into a very quick bed project. Oh, I am loving it. So, yeah. So it's a stash buster. Hello, everyone. It's a stash buster. It hasn't used much of my stash, but look at how pretty this is. Oh, it's just so nice. Yeah, I was thinking it would take me a long time to do. Hi, Ina. Hi. But I can do like 3, because last week I was in the train doing this and I sort of worked out, in 2 hours I can do 3 sections, so that's 12 rows. And I've been doing 12 rows every evening almost. Well, apart from the ones when I go to yoga. But even then I get home and I do some when I get home. So, hi Maureen. Oh wow, from Tel Aviv. Wow, I've been there. Twice even. So yes, it's gone really quickly. This one here I think either I did it on the train or that's where I started on the train. Look, this is what I did in a week. So I think that's good going. Yeah, and it's the length of a blanket nearly. So I'm not going to make it through the all the greens, the browns and the grey, black. So I'm just going to do a couple of greens and then I'm going to finish it. I don't like browns anyway, so I'm not worried. And I've ordered black yarn because I was looking and I don't have any black. Hi everyone, hi. Hi Kathy. So yeah, I'll be doing that border next week probably. How quick was that? But I am in 2 minds about starting another one. While this one I did the colours once, so every colour only appears once, I am going to do another one where I do a different colour every row. So I'm going to do the changing colours for every row, yeah, look, I haven't got that many ends because of course you've only got one every 2 every 4 rows, and sometimes it changes to the other end if I only did 3 rows. So yeah, I know I need to start visiting people. I am going to do a double border. I'm glad your daughter's on the mend, Abby. I don't know what was wrong, but yes. So yeah, good. I'm not sewing these in. I'm just doing a double border with black. So hopefully that will work. If it's too dark, I might just do it in graphite and silver or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to try black because I thought I'm going through all the colours anyway. and I think black will just set it off nicely, I think. But yeah, I am really, really... Oh no, that's horrible. Oh, I remember when mine had ear infections. Oh, that was just the worst, yeah. So, oh, that's nice. That's really good. Making the bags, yeah, the giveaway. Well done. This stitch is so pretty. It feels thin, the blanket, and it feels so drapey. It's really, really nice. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it, with the way it's looking. Look. And if you look at it from afar, I don't know whether you can see it on the video now, but I'll try and video. Oh wow. No, my daughter was really bad with it as well. Yeah, so thank you, Carmen. Thank you. This is all just special DK from Stylecraft. So all my leftovers, basically. There's a video coming out on this soon, because obviously I wanted to film parts of it, but it's gone quicker than I thought. So I'm doing the second video this week probably, just to tell you about my progress and the start of the border, and then hopefully I'll do the border as well. So I'll be doing that next weekend, towards the end of the week, I hope. What do you mean? Is the yarn on a... Yeah, no, it's just all this one here. Look. Yeah, so it's just the Stylecraft special DK on the balls, all my leftovers. So this one still has the... This is quite a good one here. But look, this is what I've got here. So I'll be using that one up. Oh dear, yeah. So I'm glad she's on the mend. Yeah, the way I arranged the colours, I wanted to go through all the colours. But that's not so easy. I wanted to go from white, obviously, through all the colours to black. There's no logical way of doing that. So yeah, I'm liking this bit better, right, than this bit, because maybe I should have put the pinks in between here somewhere, but I couldn't. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't work it out. I'm happy with the colours. So I wanted to start cream, and then yeah, it sort of made sense to do pinks here, and then peach, and then go to yellow, and then it made more sense to me here. But then again, here it started going funny again. So it's really weird. And I tried to get sort of the logical order of the colours online, like on the Wool Warehouse website, you know, if they would have them in colour order. But they don't, not really. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how it's turned out, you know, the colours. But it was really hard to do that. A colour chart, yeah, but even then, sometimes you cannot put the colours together. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. I know, Janie, I know, but I wanted to do it in one line. I wanted to, do you know what I mean? I had in my head that I wanted to do from white to black, and then in between all the colours, you know, sort of graduate. So if you were to squint, you'd see it sort of flow towards the black. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, it's, you know, wait, let's squint. Okay, so I think it does that. Although, yeah, see, this is lighter, this is, you know, hard to do it, but I think it's fine. It's fine. For a leftovers blanket, I think, you know, some people call them ugly blankets, right? Thank you, Abby. There is no need to make an actual ugly blanket. So what I think is, yes, you have leftovers, right? And some people, what they do is, Wait, I'll hold it up so you can squint. Go on, squint, squint. And what people do is, yes, Technicolor based. What people do is they use up the ball, then they go to the next one, and then to the next one. And that gives you blocks of colour. Other people take 3 strands together and make a really chunky blanket and use up 3, yes, something like that. I didn't want to do the rainbow, but that's what I wanted to do, just go through every colour. So some people want to do the 3 strands, and then, I'll hold it up, Abby. And then makes a really big blanket, thick, and you use a lot of yarn, but you don't necessarily have that colour control. So I'm thinking, why not just make a really nice blanket? Yes, I'll talk about my grandma's blankets in a moment. I've got mine here. Oh, you can't see it now. I've got mine here, and then my grandma's. I'll show you in a minute. But why not make it nice? You know the other Stash Buster blankets that I've done, you know, where you use one colour for each row and you do it, you know, random. That turns out really beautiful because the eye picks up the different colours, and when they come back, it makes the blanket really nice. So I don't see the need for what people call the ugly blankets, where you do the blocks or where you just get rid of your yarn. Why not do it in a nice way? And I think this one, I'm quite liking this. Well, actually, I'm really liking it. I think it's really nice the way the colours go. Yes, it wasn't easy to do that, but and I've learned from doing that. Like, do I put this together? Can I put that together? Does this go there? You know, everything you do, you learn. So I am putting the order that I ended up with, because obviously I put all my yarn on my table. I show you that in the video. I put it in an order. I didn't really stick to that, but I am writing down as I go. I am writing down the colours. So when I publish this video, there will be a link to my blog, to my WordPress site, and all the colours will be there in the right order. So you will be able to make exactly the same colour blanket, okay, the same order if you wanted to, or if you have those colours. Yes, so I mean, using up your thank you, hi. Using up your stash doesn't have to turn it into what they call an ugly blanket, although they're still nice, obviously. You don't just have to take one and then go through it and finish and that's it. The way I see it, if you are clever with your leftovers, I mean, I had a lot of leftovers, right? I show you that in the video. And you know what? This blanket hardly took anything. This is the V-stitch, someone just asked me. This is the V-stitch. It will all be in the tutorial, right? It doesn't use much yarn because you're doing 4 rows, but you're only doing 2 double crochets and a chain. See? While the granny cluster, you use more yarn per cluster because you're doing 3 double crochets, and here you're only doing 2 double crochets and a chain. Hi, Sarah. So yeah, I mean, Starcraft Special DK, yeah, that's all I have. I don't have much leftovers of anything else. The ice yarn I've used up. So, you know, I don't have the leftovers there, but also I don't mix leftovers. Because I buy so much Starcraft. What was my order now? I had my greens in order. Because I buy a lot of Starcraft, there is leftovers, obviously. And you just put them away thinking, I'll use them for something else. But now I'm planning on, yeah, Dawn, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? If you made it less wide. Thank you, Demi, thank you. If you made it less wide, anything for silly behaviour on a Sunday afternoon. If you made it less wide, it could be a really nice shawl or scarf. Good morning. So yes, I mean, you know, there's so many possibilities for anything that we make, really. But let's not turn it into something that, you know, you sort of just serves to use up that yarn. You can still turn it into something beautiful. That's the message for today. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right. Oh no, my hair. I spent all that time doing it and now I ruin it. Oh dear. Let's have a cup of tea. Thank you, Susanna. Yeah, I think it turned out better than I thought. I really do. I'm really, really liking it. Let's put this down a bit so I can show you my grandma's blankets. Okay, so I have here the blanket that I made, and I lined it as well. I'm sorry I did not show you how to put the lining on with the sewing machine. Now, thank you, Maureen. Now, it's really hard to film. Have I ever had a bad scrap blanket? No, I make them into pretty blankets. Anything, just, you know, just leave it. Just, I know, what am I saying? Just, do you know what I mean? There's ways of putting your colours together that will still turn it into a lovely blanket. I mean, like the Ola Keely one, you know, with the double border. I just kept repeating my colours. When I did the other Stash Buster blanket, you know, the one where I had the disaster when it went in, actually, that sorted itself out. You can't see that anymore. I just left it, continued on, thinking, I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'm not going to let it upset me. And it's perfect now. I know, Sarah, but I don't feel that I have. I don't really think I have. I never used to. How should I say it? I love being coordinated, right? Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. I love being coordinated, and I'm going to tell you something that I tell everyone I know. I think everyone who knows me knows this. I always have to coordinate my underwear. Okay? If I have... Bonjour, Alia! If I have black knickers, I have to have a black bra. If I have skin-coloured knickers, my bra has to be skin-coloured. Okay? I will get changed. If I change my mind about the top, I'm wearing black knickers, the knickers will get changed because I have a top that needs a nude coloured bra. I will change my knickers. Okay? It's something, I don't know. All my friends know this. My husband obviously knows this. My children know this. It's something that everybody knows. It has to be coordinated. Over the years, obviously, I have also coordinated my wardrobe. A lot of things go together. For instance, I have tights and then the same colour. Thank you, Janie. Same colour as my dress, see? Acryl, Alia. Je travaille toujours avec acryl. My knickers are my briefs, my underpants, my underwear. That's what they call them in England. So everything, slowly, over the years, everything got coordinated. So I have a scarf that will go with this. I have, you know what I mean? I know, Marilyn. Today I have my nails. Look. Have you seen the colour? Teal? Guess. Le magasin que j'achète mon acryl, celui-ci, Starcraft, à Wool Warehouse. Donc ça c'est en ligne. Wool Warehouse. And yeah, so over the years, everything's got coordinated to the extent that now I even coordinate my nails. Okay, so for a long time I had grey nails. Now I have teal because, guess why? Because I am using teal in our cowl in January. So do you know what? Earlier I was thinking I am so happy. It's, silly. I can coordinate my nails to the project that I am doing. Do you know? Hi, Jerry. Do you know how? I know how silly. Merci, Alia. I know how silly all this sounds, but do you know what I mean? Isn't it? You're all getting to know me. I knew. Yeah, my nails matched the cowl. Thank you, Demi. I hope you still like me now that you know my underwear has to be matching. But it's not a secret. My friends know this. I shall not, never, ever, ever shall I have not matching underwear. If I do, it's an accident. I did it without thinking, and I will not feel right for the whole day. Non, Alia, non, je fais pas de rideau. Non, je n'ai pas fait ça. Right, okay. From underwear, we go back to blankets, okay? So, what I wanted to say about this... Thank you, Kathleen. Yes, I remember you were always saying how pretty my nail was. Oh, yes, yes, I'm wearing it now. Sometimes I am so excited to start filming. I just start, and I don't always, in the house, obviously, I don't always wear my engagement ring or my big ring, because it's not very practical. And sometimes I'm just wearing my wedding ring and I just start filming, and I do notice it afterwards and I think, oh no, I didn't wear it. But there you go. It happens. Sometimes I'll wear another ring or another set just to switch it up a bit. Excuse me. But everybody loves this ring. Do you know what? And it's not even a very expensive one. It is, they're all zirconas or something, so they're all like fake diamonds. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't anything that... I've had it for 10 years almost. And it's, I've just worn it. I wear it all the time when I go out. And I get so many compliments on this. It's unbelievable. I think every cashier in the shop where it could be worse, Rachel, indeed. Every cashier in the shop, or even, wherever I go in town, they've all noticed the ring. They've all said something about it. I get so many compliments on it. It's unbelievable. And of course, Sarah tried it on. She was really happy to try it on. But yeah, I mean, how can something like that just, Thank you, Wendy. I also, if I remember next week, I also have earrings for this and a pendant. It was a set. I'll put that on next week if I remember. Okay, remind me. Remind me, someone. But yeah, but the earrings they sort of have that loop and they fall out, and the pendant sort of gets in the, yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? So yeah, yes, I'll show you the I'll show you the set. Okay. The blanket. Okay. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, let's just talk about the blanket. What I was trying to say, no, it does not match my knickers. Thank you very much, Pat. What I was going to say is, it's really difficult to film me sewing. I can't get the angle right. I have tried this. I can't get the angle right. The desk moves, so I can't put it on the desk. I have to put the tripod next to me, the lighting, so that's why I don't film it. I think I tried filming it for the huge granny square bag that I did, and then I gave up and I just said, do it like this. So I am sorry I don't film this for you. People are wanting me to film this. I will try again, but I don't know how they do it. I have watched when I did that granny square bag. I'm gonna start crocheting while I'm talking. I did watch other because somebody then asked me to film it, and I did watch other people sewing on YouTube, and somehow they have their camera high up or something. But if I do that, then when I use my sewing machine, everything goes and so the camera moves. Yeah, Veronica, that's a very good suggestion, but I don't think my husband would have the patience to do that if he's watching. He might be watching. I don't know whether that's the solution, because I think he'd be filming the wrong thing. It's easier to just film on my own. But yeah, good. And then also I have to wait for him to get home and that he has time and all that. So yeah, let's just stick to... Oh, but I have that, Kathleen. I have that. I have a floor standing tripod, but I don't know how to... Do you know what I mean? By the time it's got over my sewing machine and over what I'm doing, it's way up high. It needs to be... It's higher than my tripod can go. So I would have to put the tripod on the table, but of course I've got a mechanical sewing machine which makes a lot of noise and which goes with the table. So it moves the table and it moves the camera. So yeah, maybe I should team up with Karen to film that, but then again, you know what I mean? It means waiting for getting together to do that, and sometimes I'm doing this whenever I can, you know? So yeah, it's worth thinking about. Maybe I should just film one lining and just do that as a video and then refer to that one whenever I make something. Hi Lynn, we'll see. I'll have to think about it. But like I said, you know, like this is the method where you do the good sides together, 3 sides, and then you turn it round and then you go round again to do the edging. It's not particularly straight or anything like that. Oh, bye! Say hello to the cows for me. But yeah, it worked. Sewing on crochet is an act, an art. Sorry, not an act, but an art. An act of, yeah, an art. I use a lot of pins to keep it all in place, and that helps. So I would just say do what you can, because my grandma also put a lining on, okay? And look, she did it by, I don't know whether you can see, Can you see it? Look, there's the little thread. She just did it by hand. That's the sewing from her. I think actually these were old curtains that she reused. So that's just a sewing line that's still there. But look. See? Look, she's sewn it in by hand. So, you know, whichever way you can get it in is fine. And like I said, I think these are old curtains that she put in, just to cover up the back of this blanket. But yeah, this is one of the blankets that she made. And yeah, so she put, I showed you in the video, didn't I? Where is it? Did I not see a label just now? Ah, yeah, so she put labels in every blanket that she made. So she made this in 2009. And it's really nice to have that. And look, I mean, how cute. You can still see the pencil marks on there. So she wrote it fast. Then she went over it with sewing thread by hand. And then she said, I mean, how cute. Yeah, it's super sweet, isn't it? And this blanket here has the same one, same label. So I know, it's really precious to have this. And so I've got two identical blankets here, basically. That's okay, you got here, Christine. Oh yes, I could use some, be a bit of a construction. I could use some boxes or some chairs. Yeah, I'll think about that. So I've got two basically the same blankets. Not to worry, Mrs. Carruthers, that's fine. You're here now. And I'm thinking that obviously this was one for my son, Thomas, and one for my daughter, Rachel. So, oh, Lynn, that's great, isn't it? So yeah, so I've got two of those, and of course my mum has some of them as well. So she made this one for my daughter and one for my son, so I have one of them each. So I have them now and I'm just keeping them, and I'll give them back to them maybe, you know, never know when they have kids. Scary thought. But yeah, so I tried as good as I could to reproduce this blanket, and yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. Yes, I mean, obviously now we can have labels made. Indeed, Christine, scary. I shouldn't have thought about. But you know, nowadays we can just order labels and sew them in, which is fine, and which would help as well with identifying the year that you made them. You know, that would be lovely. But then again, why not do that? Because a couple of years ago, yeah, but Kathleen, I don't have a kitchen counter big enough to put my sewing machine on and then being able to sew. I might do soon, but not now. So yeah, thank you for thinking about it. Keep coming with the ideas. I haven't got the brain at the moment to think about it, but yeah, I will sit down later and go through the suggestions again and see what I can come up with within my possibilities. But yeah, so isn't that just lovely? The thing is, I had some labels made which just said hand crocheted by Anya and then the year, but of course you have to buy a minimum amount, and I never used them up, and then the year passed, and then I thought, well, I'm not going to, you know, use them for next year because it says the year on it. So thank you, Carmen. Thank you. Wow. So I'm just thinking maybe I should just no, not yet, Robin, not yet. Thank you for being up though. I've had my label, my logo made in a stamp. So I'm now making little labels, stamping them, and then I'm going to put the year next to it, and maybe I'll put that in my that's very late or either very early, Robin. So then I know when I made them, although I've made so many already, I don't know when I made them anymore, but YouTube will help me. So yeah, so this is my blanket. I am really pleased with how it turned out. I kept it sort of one color because then I knew how much wool and everything I needed. And then I did the border with two strands, so two contrasting strands. And actually that, thank you, Marilyn, thank you. Oh yes, I'll have to think about that. Maybe I can attach one of those wraparound tripods around my light that's on the floor next to my... Okay, we're getting there. So that's what some people do as well, right? So putting together 2 or 3 strands to make their ugly blankets or their stash buster blankets. And I think I tried it out here, and I think this gave me a really nice sort of way of being variegated. And of course, yes, that's then the type of blanket that you're making. So I might hang on, because I've got so much stuff here. A gorilla pod, yes, of course. Okay, I'll look for that. I'll see if I can try and find something like that. So yeah, so I've got the blankets here. So yeah, so after I finish this one, I might make one with all different lines. So I'll just do the blind dip, what I call the blind dip. Put all your wool in a basket and just take it out, use it and put it in another basket, and then you've used everything once, then you go to the other basket and take it out of there and then use it again. So it's always sort of, you know, random basically, but you go through all your colors before you start again. So, and then I am thinking about doing one of those blankets where you take 2 or 3 strands together, because I quite like the idea. This one, yes, I did like it. It was really nice to work with, and it's a little bit thicker, a tiny bit thicker than the DK from Starcraft. So I had to use a bigger hook. So yeah, it was nice to work with, and yeah, like I said, it's a little bit... Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Blind dip is such a... No, I have not done any felting. With no holes. Okay. I'll try. Actually, I've been very busy. I haven't heard from Karen, but I'm sure she's okay. We sort of, you know, then we have a lot of contact, then it goes a little bit down, but she was still recovering from her dental operation. So I'm hoping that she's had a bit of rest, at least from me. And yeah, I'll be contacting her next week just to have a little chat and to see how she's doing, because sometimes, you know, you sort of have to give her a little bit of time to recuperate. But she was doing well last time I spoke to her, which was like last week Sunday or something, you know, so it's not very long ago, but I think about a week. But I have been very busy. So yes, do you know what? I'll text her, or she might be watching even. I'll text her tonight to see how she's doing. So yeah, I mean, she's been in the Facebook group, so I've seen her in there. So I know she's around and she's okay. So just to know the details. Right, I'm going to put this in. Thank you, Janie. I will certainly tell her that. So this is one of my Stash Buster blankets. I'm going to do a range of them because I thought this would make a real dip in my stash. It hasn't. So yeah, I need to come up with other blankets. But I have not worked on it too much this weekend, because I have been working on the cowl for next year, because, you know, December with going away, Christmas and all that, it's going to be busy. And I like to work, you know, I like to have everything nice and organized, so I always work a bit early for things. Hi, Marie. Yes, I need to organize that, Marie. Oh my goodness. I have tried to organize something for the New York meetup, and I couldn't. My son suggested there was some sort of YouTube space that you can use, and I can't find the tutorials to then gain access to it, which is really weird. So I'm gonna have to try again. Like I said, I had a really busy week at work last week, so I had not got 5 minutes to just look at anything online. So I am going to do that this week. And if I cannot get into that, because I can't find the tutorials online, don't know how that happened, I am going to have to come up with some sort of coffee coffee shop that has like a room in the back. So if anyone knows of anything like that, please let me know. I'll have to contact them and see if I can have a private meeting in their room at the back. But yeah, weird, but it's probably me. But yeah, you never know. Anyway, there we go. But I am still hoping to meet up with some of you in New York, so it's still on the plan, in the plans, in the works, whatever, in my view. Okay, about the cowl. Yes, please, Jerry. Thank you so much. About well, the thing is, I was hoping just to be in Manhattan. Yes, it's in Manhattan near Soho. Really central. And yeah, I was thinking, you know, maybe just somewhere central, because although if you are outside, I'm sure you can get the subway in. So if it's like, you know, close to a subway station, well, everything's close to a subway station, but you know what I mean. If it could be like subway station out and there it is, that would be lovely. Yeah, Christine, but I'm not sure about whether a local yarn shop would have the space or would allow me, because I've looked at some of them and they're all I know, Ria, but they all sort of have like a connection with a brand, and I don't know these brands or anything like that, so we'll have to I'll have to think about. I know, Veronica, I know it's difficult, isn't it? And also, yeah, I mean, I said something about maybe at the Airbnb. I mean, it's not a party that we're having at the Airbnb, but some of them say that you're not allowed to have visitors or whatever. So I'm going to have a look at that as well. I haven't had a chance to look at that. So yeah, I mean, or maybe a hotel lobby, but then we are not staying in a hotel. So had we been staying in a hotel, I would have, you know, done it in the lobby there, basically, if they had a lobby. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Or maybe just in a Starbucks, and I'll just sit there with a flag saying, I'm here. Yeah, I could actually. I could, if I asked them. Yeah, because I have to get in touch with them anyway for the, you know, checkout time or something like that. So next week I'm going to do a lot of things, I hope. If work doesn't get in the way. Why? Yes, Mirigu, it starts at 4:30, Greenwich Mean Time. Indeed, they could know of a place as well. That's right. Veronica? I have such good subscribers. You all clued on. You're all there. You're all thinking the right thing. Thank you so much. Great suggestions. Okay. Right. Now, why I got you here. The cowl. I have a date. Yes, I have a date. No, not to worry. Don't worry about being late. You can always revisit. You can always see the afterlife. and you'll be squinting too. You'll get it when you rewatch it. But yes, I have a date because you guys know I am planning a second cal already. And so it depended on that date as well. Pat, very good. Can I call you? Can I keep you on a call a friend line in case I need to convince them? So I, because of that second cal, that has a set date because it's a special date to me. We are going to start the other cal, which will take 5 weeks, because there's 5 parts to it, or 4 or 5 parts, and it will start. Do you want to know? Before I say anything else, okay, I'm not using normal yarn. I'm using cotton cord. It is hard to work with. My fingers are aching. So I do not want to tell you this because I don't want you to end up in pain. I don't want you to end up giving up. Okay, you might want to do the same project in acrylic, in DK, in chunky to make it a little bit easier, but I am doing it in the cotton cord that I posted a picture of earlier. So please, 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 if you have used this type of cord before and you don't like it and you still want to make the project bag, then please use something else. Use a chunky or 2 strands of DK or just DK. If you are able to push through and use it and mind your hands and take regular breaks and everything like that, then please do go ahead and do it in that cotton cord. Okay, I will tell you all about where to buy it, how to get it, and you know, later on. There will be a video in the 2nd week of December. Central Park will be fine, Mrs. Carruthers. That will be perfect. So there will be a video with all the information. So please, please, please make up your mind there whether or not you're going to do it in the cord or in something else. Okay, I don't want you to A, give up, or B, have pain. And if you already have to be careful with how much you crochet, like for instance, I'm sure Karen won't mind, Karen cannot do the cotton cord that I'm using. She finds it far too hard for her wrists. So, you know, be honest with yourself and see if you're going to do this, yes or no, and then you can make up your mind about, you know, taking part with the cotton cord or not. So I'm giving you the information before Christmas, so that you can ask Santa for either the cord or for money, okay, for buying the cord, and then we will be ready to get started on the 24th of January. Yes, Mother, that's your birthday. Are you watching? So, Judy, I always say it's Piccadilly Circus. So, the cal for the project bag will start on the 24th of January, and it's my mum's birthday. So, Janie, I'm sorry, but try with something else, okay? Now, next week, I have 2 projects coming onto the videos, onto the tutorials, and they are made in the same cotton. Let me show you the projects. There. So we have the plant hanger and we have the basket for the ivy there. They are using that same cord that we are going to use for the cal. Okay, so it will give you an idea of how I work with it, or if you're trying it out, then you will be able to use it for a smaller project. Oh, did you hear that? Because I was touching my mic. So if you are not sure whether you can cope with the cord, try to get hold of some, or order some. Next week there'll be all the information on under the tutorials, and try it out, because starting out with a smaller project might give you the idea of what it's like to do a bigger project, and then you might be able to say, oh yes, I can do this if I... Oh wow, Janie, that's great. Do you know what I mean? So you can try it and then have a rest, do a bit more, have a rest, do a bit more, and then this one, these two projects here, they will give you a good idea of whether you can do it or not. But then again, there is a possibility of doing it with Chunky. Oh, thank you. Yes, Veronica. Chunky or DK doubled up, or just even doing it in DK and seeing how it looks. Obviously, time-wise for me, I'm only making it in the cord. I'm hoping to finish it really soon, so I know how much cord you need. I'll have all the information. Yeah, Aaron, yes, Anne, Aaron or DK, something like that. Cotton would be fine. DK or Chunky or Aaron cotton is fine to try out. Yes, Marilyn, try out first. I did so much yesterday. Oh my goodness, my fingers were so painful. So again, that will depend, the size of hook, that will depend on the cotton, the exact cotton that you get, or whether you are doing a in iron, in DK, in cotton or in acrylic, and your tension, and the finished look that you want, the finished sturdiness, because that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a bag that will stand up on its own, that can be picked up, and that will keep its shape. Do you remember the bag, the tub, the bucket type bag that I made sewing with fabric? So that's what I'm remaking in the cotton cord. So I've measured that one and it works for size wise, and I'm thinking that would be a great bag in a crocheted format. So there we go, that's what I'm making. But yeah, like I said, because I want that type of finish, yes, I've had to go down half a size, and it seems to work better like that. I used the one that was prescribed, and it just wasn't, it wasn't what I wanted. So sometimes you just have to do what you normally do, and even for my for cotton cord, I have the tension that's looser than. Yeah, so I'm also planning on doing a lining for it. So if you do not use the cotton cord, the lining will make it sturdier, make it stiffer, and there is this type of lining that you can get for bags that is sort of like, you know, the white stuff that you get, like the extractor fan things, yeah. And there's glue on this side and glue on the other side, and then you iron it in with a lining, and then it's all fused together, and that works really well for making things stiffer. So that's what I use for those bags that I've made, and that, you know, fabric can then even stand up. So you can do that basically if you've used another type of yarn. So yeah, again, lots of possibilities. I'll be writing the pattern out really soon. Come on. And there'll be, you know, the pattern will be on the blog as well, on the web, WordPress, on the web press, I was going to say. Yes, something like that, Veronica. And so, Leila, yeah, Where's everybody? Can you see them? Can you see all the people in the phone? Huh? Lovely darling. Oh. Oh. No, not looking up. Layla. 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 Hello. Show them your pretty eyes. Layla. 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 And she's in the video as well because she walked through. Didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, ja, Francine, vlies of fix. Dat is heel dun. Maar je kan ook iets dikker krijgen. En dat is dan zo precies die afzuigkapvulling zo, weet je wel? En daar zit aan beide kanten plak aan. En dat plak je dan met een stoomstrijkijzer, plak je dat daar aan beide kanten aan. Maar je moet vlies of fix kopen met 2 kanten glue. Lijm. Ik denk dat is, want mijn vriendin Anja heeft dat eens gebruikt voor een doos, voor een my sewing kit, voor mijn naaimandje. Dus je kan dat best vastkrijgen, maar aan de 2 kanten lijm, want dat helpt dan, omdat je dan ook je binnenkant eraan kan plakken. So you need the both sides of your lining to be sticky, so that your lining itself that you're putting on the inside to make it pretty on the inside, the fabric is stuck down as well as your bits being stuck on the cord. Yeah? We'll get there. We'll get there. I will tell you exactly what you need in the information video, which will be at the beginning of December. So you'll have plenty of time to go to your fabric shop, have a nose about and find what you need to find there to finish. I'm using a 3.5 and a V-stitch. And it's special. Why do I always say special DK first? It's Stylecraft Special DK. Yes, Ria, that's what I was going to say. Maybe you know, one of those placemats. Daar kan je een cirkel uitsnijden en dat dan van onder leggen. En dan maakt je bodem steviger. So you could use a placemat to cut out the circle of your base. And then put that in your bag and then put everything else on top of that, and then it will make your bag sturdier. So there are ways of making it sturdier, I know, but I just wanted to use this cord because I quite like working with it. Not that I'll be working with it again anytime soon, but, you know, as a trial and as a sort of a change of scenery, yeah, something like that would all work. Okay, so... Oh. Layla, that's my skin. Oh, she puts her paws out and then she sort of, once in a while she goes, she's like that, right? And then once in a while she goes into my skin. Okay. It's like torture. You know, you're all talking very nicely and then all of a sudden she goes into your skin. Never mind, it's okay. Right, shall I do a bit more? So yeah, like I said, 20, yeah, she's messaging. Sending me messages. What does she want? Can you read them? Oh dear. So yeah. Kathy, the video for this blanket will come out and all the details will come out in a few weeks because I am still filming it and I'm still updating it. And yeah, so this is the thing, you see, now that you've got me every Sunday, I can't remember what the stitch thing is. Now that you've got me every Sunday, you see what I'm working on. And so I'm massaging, yes. No, it's too painful for massage. It's pins and needles massage. And I can't keep anything a secret anymore. So I like working a couple of weeks ahead because you never know what happens at a weekend. Sometimes I can't film, sometimes plans change. So I always have a couple of videos a couple of weeks ahead. So that's why sometimes you will see me do this on a Sunday, but the video doesn't come out until a couple of weeks later, because obviously I am working on it then, but I need time to... yeah, Ria. I need time sometimes to... no, she doesn't need my stomach, it's more my legs, yeah, because she's always on my leg. When I'm sitting here crocheting like this, she's always there. So it's really handy having to crochet like this, you know, with the arms up. Yeah, but anyway, I leave her there, you know. Ah, she's doing it again. Layla. Oh. Okay. So yes, so that's why you can see me do these things. You're then wanting to make them, but obviously I haven't got the video ready yet. It's coming out in a few weeks. So yeah, be patient with me, please. Hi Diana! She does want attention. No, I think she heard my husband come home, so that's why she went... but yeah, so I can't keep things a secret anymore from you guys. So whenever you see me, you know, next week I might be doing another blanket that'll be filming. That'll be for next year, because that's the time frame I'm looking at for now. I am keeping a little bit of time free. My last video will go up on the 23rd of December, I think, and then I won't post anything until beginning of January. And we did this last year, just have a good break over Christmas, and you know, it's fine, isn't it? And then that way I can concentrate on doing some New York vlogs, and of course then, you know, the project bag cal will be coming on, so there will be lives all about that as well. And of course I will be telling you all about New York as well, so hopefully that will be good for January. But yeah, like I said, I like working in advance because, you know, I'm not the kind of person who, you know, is editing up until 10 minutes before and then has to upload it and then no. Or not even the day before. I work weeks in advance. Cat puncture. Oh, that's a great way, yeah. Acupuncture, cat puncture. And I've always been like that. My schoolwork was done the day that they set it. I am doing things in advance all the time. I get paperwork prepared. I don't... Thank you, Judy, for being here. I do not leave anything to the last minute. You know, that's me. And that's how I run my channel as well. So I have videos ready for a couple of weeks, because that gives me, you know, peace of mind, because you never know, I might get ill, or a lamp might break, or my phone might give up, and what then? Then you would be without, you know, without a project, without a video to watch. I know, Ria, but it's so difficult to keep my personal projects secret now. You know, whatever, I haven't made anything just for me for a long time, I think, because obviously something always ends up in a picture somewhere, or on the Facebook group, or in the video, or whatever. I don't mind, of course, but the worst thing is that I have to disappoint you in saying it's coming out in a few weeks. Do you know what I mean? I know, Ria, I know. It's okay. I'm fine. You know, it's going well. If I can work in advance, then I'm fine. Like, for example, last weekend, of course, I had the weekend with my son. I went to London. I went to visit him. I was working on this on the train, but obviously there was no filming, there was no tutorial making, there was no writing patterns, nothing. And that's fine, because I'm ready, you know? Which sweater, Susanna? Which one? Which one? Tell me. I bought this. I didn't make it. But yeah, so, you know, but it's good to have a couple of videos up your sleeve, you know, sort of not from day to day. I've got a couple of weeks in advance, so I don't have to worry about, you know, something coming up. Yes, Susanna, that grey one is finished and I just have to film it. I just have to film it. But I wanted to, you know, the Cal was playing on my mind. So I needed to get that sorted first. The grey one is finished. I have done the sleeves. I have worn it. But I just need to sit down and film it. I've got it all written down. I just need to sort of commit it to video. But it will take some time. I wanted to do the Cal because obviously you need to know in advance for buying the cotton cord. And I couldn't just say in January, oh, this is what you need, and then start 2 weeks later because, you know, it takes a while. Yeah, it's the grey one, the mini bean one. Yeah, I know I still have to do that. I don't know when I'm going to do that. It will happen, but obviously there are other things that took my priority because they are on a longer time scale. If I have like a day, I could possibly do that. Do that cardigan. Bye bye, Kathleen, because I'm not remaking it. I'm just telling you what I did and showing you on the cardigan, because obviously I've made it and I'm not making a second one. But the Cal project is bigger, and you need to know more in advance, so I need to do that now, so you know how much you need in a few weeks already to start at the end of January. Yes, so my grandma's star blanket is the first thing I made, but I also remade something else. Her scarf. She is wearing a scarf. Yeah, Christine, next time. Bye bye, Abby, next time. I will let you know when I go to London. This time I went with my son and it was a day for the two of us, so I didn't really want to, you know, have to be away from him or not being able to give him my attention. So I just wanted it to be the two of us this time, but next time I go to London I will let you know. I'm fine still. I'm not getting too, well, I'm busy, you know, I'm busy all the time. Yeah, hoovering is something that gets done really, really quickly, but I'm okay. As long as I can, yes, the scarf from the photo, yes, the green scarf from the photo. As long as I can work in advance, then I'm fine, and then I can take a weekend off if I need to. Not that I want to, but I'm fine, okay? And yes, I'm looking forward to not posting over the Christmas period, but I will be filming because I will be wanting to film some videos in New York. So I will be putting those vlogs up in the beginning of January, and then a few small projects for January just to get us into the new year. And then of course we're doing the Cal at the end of January. So yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then, so we're starting the Cal on my mum's birthday, the project bag, and then there's no need, Veronica, because the scarf is, oh my goodness, that was such a lovely project. You'll be amazed. You will be amazed. The way it worked was fabulous. So, we start the Cal for the project bag on my mum's birthday, 24th of January, and we will start the blanket Cal. Remember, we're doing a blanket, and on what was my grandma's birthday. So I am so pleased I can do this, and I have discussed it with my mum the other day, and we have come up with the colour. The colour has been decided, and I'm saying colour. There's only one colour. So it's going to be a bit different from all the other Cals that you've seen online or that you have done. We are just using the one colour, but that's saying too much now. actually, my husband hasn't been in any videos, has he? He hasn't. So, you know, you might see him in the New York vlog. Yeah, my son's birthday was on the 19th, so we were 2 days early in London, but of course 19 was a weekday, so we had to go to school, but so we decided to, yeah, another guess along. So yeah, so that's all I'm saying about that blanket, because, you know, I've got the pattern not written out and everything, but it's written down in broad strokes, and yeah, I think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna, you know, after I finished the project Cal, the bag, I want to get started on that, because you know what I'm like, you know. But no, there is time. Obviously, there is time. I am doing a personal project in January. So, there will be no tutorial. You will see it on the live. I'm warning you now. Okay? I shall tell you more about it when I'm showing you, when it's in the video. But yes, I am doing a personal project. I'm really looking forward to doing that. And I will tell you all about that. Isn't it exciting? We have such an Isn't it exciting? We have an exciting channel. We've got exciting things coming up. I'm so pleased that you're all there. All the people in my phone at the moment. I'm so pleased that you're there. We have a Facebook group. Are you part of our Facebook group? The Facebook group is such a lovely group. I have to admit, yes, I read all your comments, and I love and I like all of them. I answer most of them. But I am not doing the every day of the week posting like, show me your whip, show me your this, show me your whatever. Because I want, at the moment, I just want the group to be what you want it to be. Okay? Yes, you will want to do the blanket too. No, yes, I mean, yeah, the one that I'm going to be doing is a project out there. It's a project out there, so you can go and do it yourself as well, okay? Teresa, do I really need to tell you the name of my Facebook group? It's Ophelia Talks Crochet. Makes sense. Everything is called Ophelia Talks. Ophelia Talks Crochet, Ophelia Talks Crochet Facebook group, Ophelia Talks Instagram, Ophelia Talks Pinterest, Ophelia Talks WordPress, Ophelia Talks YouTube, Ophelia Talks... Is there anything else? Am I missing anything? Keep it simple, sweeties. Keep it simple, you know? Ophelia Talks Ravelry. Keep it simple. Black bra, black knickers. Simple. I can't believe I told you this. Oh, goodness me. Well, I mean, to be honest, people who know me in real life, it's not a secret to them. They all know. It has to coordinate. It took me years, mind you, to make sure it was coordinated. Marilyn, no, that's taking it one step too far. Hi, Rose. Hi. A bit too cold for that here. Yeah, indeed. Oh, my goodness. And, you know, like for yoga... all my clothes, all my outfits are black. I've got... I know, Marilyn. It's great to have a joke. It's great to have a laugh, you know. Everything's black. I've got a black top, black sports bra, black knickers that I then wear from my black stash. Black, you know, everything. Keep it simple. Look here. Simple. White and black. Simple. There we go. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, if I look down now, I've got loads of fur on there. My tights are covered. I couldn't show you Layla earlier on my lap because somehow the way she sat down, my skirt all went up. So I didn't know what was covered or what wasn't. So yes, I have lots of hair on me now. But there you go. That's why I have those rollers to roll them. Yeah. IKEA, yeah. I know, I should have a black cat. I know. I should dye their hair. Actually, I've started wearing a sports bra quite a lot because, of course, I'm sort of sitting on my desk chair all day behind that computer, and it does get a little bit uncomfortable. And if I put my sports bra on in the morning, then I'm ready for yoga in the evening. Bye, Robin. Thank you, darling, for waking up or staying up or whatever you did. So I really appreciate it. She lives in Australia, and it was like so early there or so late. But yeah, I mean, why not? Make sure that you're comfortable. And that way it saves me having to get changed when I go to yoga. So I just keep that on, put my yoga pants on, and off I go. See? I've got it all sorted. But yeah, so having a YouTube channel, working full time, doing, household, all kinds of other things, you need to be organized. And the way I'm organized is the fact that I'm working a couple of weeks ahead so that I can, I have leeway if something happens or if I can't film or you get ill or, and that way it keeps me sane. So I'm sure that while I'm in New York, on the plane back, I'll be editing the videos so that they can go out as soon as I can, if I'm awake. So because that will be a short time frame, and I'll be sharing hopefully Rafaela. Well, I should not say anything about this just yet, but there might be videos coming up as extra, or maybe at some point as my videos, of some of my house. So we will. What do you mean that there are any? Okay, do you mean that there are any guys watching now? If you're a guy, can you please make yourself known? Stand up, please. We used to have one or two. Yes, crochet hooks are allowed on the plane. It depends on your airline, but generally I think now they're considered as okay. But I have got a video on that, so do go and have a look at that. It's a crochet. Yes, Jerry, good thinking. I have got a video on that. I think are hooks allowed on airplanes or something like that. Talking about that. In there I say, and this is what I do. In my hand luggage, I take a wooden hook and a cheap metal hook. I use the cheap metal hook on the plane, and if I'm not allowed the cheap metal hook and they take it away from me, then I still have the wooden hook as backup, because I don't think they'll take that away from you. And in the hold, if I take a suitcase, in the hold, that's where I will put all my other hooks, my good hooks, or the hooks that I'm thinking of using. I'm not taking all my hooks, but just, the normal hooks that I use, my higher hooks, the branded ones, because of course in your suitcase you're allowed them. So that way, if they do take them off me, I'm not, my good ones aren't taken away from me. I used to watch a lot of other YouTube channels for crochet, but the last few months almost I haven't, because I just haven't had the time. I also watch other YouTube channels on other subjects to learn about how they speak, how they put their cameras, how they avoid, you know, I don't see shadows like that at anybody else's videos. So I try to, do you know what I mean, to learn to make my own videos better. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube actual crochet tutorials because I have just been too busy. But I used to, and I can't remember some of the names, but some of them got on my nerves. And then I know that I'm not to do that. But also, in a way, I don't want to watch other YouTube crochet tutorials because I don't want to dilute my own unique style. I don't want to dilute what you like about my channel. I don't want to start doing what others are doing. So hopefully, do you know what I mean? This is the 3.5, higher. Oh, it's a 3. It's the wrong hook. Oh my goodness, I've only done half a line. Thank God for that. So yeah, so these are my normal hooks that I use. It's a higher hook, 3.5, and yeah, I try not to take over other people's habits by watching their crochet tutorials. I want to keep my style because you've been telling me you like it. So, you know, I try to do that, do my own thing. But I do try to learn and improve my filming skills, my speech, my showing you. Do you know what I mean? So I did watch a lot of YouTube tutorials in the beginning, obviously. But higher. Hang on. Is it going to... Will it... No, you can't see it, can you? No. It's spelled... Indeed, Teresa. It's spelled Hiya. Hiya. So it's just higher. And I buy these because they're hard to get. I started with getting these in a shop, but shops have to buy them in large amounts or something like that, so it's difficult for them to buy it sometimes. I get these via Etsy. There's a lady, yes, that's it, Julie. Thank you. There's a lady I buy them from. She lives in Reading, and I buy it via Etsy. So once in a while I'll put an order in for a couple of 3s, a couple of 4s, a couple of 3.5s because I just lose them. And then they all arrive. I have like 6 new hooks then, and then by the time I've gone through those, that's a year later, I order them. I have lost so many, and I think, you know, they end up... I was looking for that. Found the lip salve that I was looking for. Oh, do you know what? I don't really want to put my... There's something there. I don't really want to put my hand down my sofa cushions, but yeah. Sometimes that's where you find them. I know, Ria. No, stop doing that. Stop it. Yeah, I just found that. Good. Okay, I can use it now. Okay, people. Oh my goodness, I have been talking for more than 1 hour and 20 minutes. I do not want to stop. I really don't. Sarah. Why I use American terms is because when I picked up crochet again about 5 years ago now, I was taught to crochet in primary school, and I crocheted since. But of course, you just stop doing it, and you sort of are out of the habit. You forget. So I thought, right. I know, Jerry. I know. I thought, right. I am going to go to YouTube, because where else do you go? And I'm just going to find a tutorial and see, remind myself, freshen up the memory, And thank you, Ophelia. And the first person I remember, Bob Wilson 123. She showed me all the basics, and I'm like, yeah, of course. And of course, what happened? I was taught to crochet in Dutch. So mijn stokjes, mijn vaste, mijn halve stokjes. I knew the words, the names of the stitches in Dutch. And of course, I was now watching English tutorials. So I had to teach myself the English names. And of course, Bob Wilson 123, Claire, she uses American terms. But I didn't know until about 6 months later, when I started watching. I was watching other ones as well, and they all use the same terms. But all of a sudden, 6 months later, I get to this tutorial and I'm thinking, woman, what you're doing is not a single crochet. It's a double crochet. You're calling it a double crochet. It's a single crochet. She was using UK terms. And that's all of a sudden when I thought, hang on a minute. There's 2 sets and they mean different things. But of course, what you learn first is what sticks, isn't it? So when I just kept using the American terms. I didn't know it was going to be such a thing, but also, of course, then I started the channel, and because I was so used to American terms, they came out naturally. I mean, I can switch to both the terms now, but of course, yeah, that's what happened. There we go. The thing is, you see, it's just learn both. It's easy, once you've sorted out, is this pattern an English or a UK one? I'm off. I have to say, I think the US makes more sense because you've got single crochet, double crochet. I don't know why they don't use single crochet in UK. Yeah, I mean, yeah. For a while, I was saying in the video both. I was saying this is the American term, this is the UK term. But I got confused myself at one point. So I'm thinking most people know it's American terms on my channel. So I don't think it's that difficult to work out that it's American terms. Especially if it's visual, you can see me doing it. So just, So yeah, that's how it happened, because I happened upon a video of someone using the US terms first. And so I taught myself the terminology. And then, of course, I worked it out and I refreshed my memory and off I went again. So that just, went automatic then. But yeah, it was just so I could learn the terminology, basically. Double crochet. Single crochet is double crochet in UK. And then a double crochet is a treble crochet. Yeah, most patterns do mention it. If you have, like, for example, Red Heart, they might not say it, but it's an American brand, so they're going to use American terms. Starcraft, or Lucy from Attic 24, she uses UK terms, but she is from the UK, so it makes sense. So the only exception is moi. I am from the UK, or I live in the UK. I have a crochet channel and I use American terms. There's always an exception to the rule. And that's me. Yeah, okay. So with that said, I'm gonna go. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Oh dear. Well, you know, we're having fun. Isn't that the most important thing? We're having fun. I'm providing something for you, and I think that you're enjoying it, and I want to keep doing it. There we go. Right. Yes. So, everyone, I hope you've have a great week. Looking forward. Like I said, these are the tutorials coming up. So the macrame plant hanger there, and the plant basket for my very real ivy in the corner there. Yes, it doesn't need the real ivy. It doesn't need watering or anything. It just stays green. It's fabulous. So I will see you next week. I will try and remember to wear the rest of my set here, and hopefully next week there will be more information about the CAL, the project bag. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you so much. Give me a like before you go, and I will see you next week. Bye. Bye everyone.